Welcome to Hope is Here. My name is Greg Horn, and one of the things I love about our program, our ministry, is that we're able to help support other ministry events and that give people hope. And the one that we're going to be talking about today, I'm really excited about. I've heard about some individual churches doing things like this, but they're trying to kind of make this a community-wide event, and the event is going to be called Generosity Feeds. It's on November 10th at 10 a.m. It's going to be at Frederick Douglas High School here in Lexington, Kentucky. Most of you know that's right off Winchester Road there in Sir Barton, and just a phenomenal facility. But here to talk to us about it is one of the key leaders with this event, and it's Devon Leger. And did I pronounce your last name right?
Leger, you got it.
Leger, I knew better than that. Goodness. We hadn't seen each other for a while, so sometimes I slip. But Devon, first of all, thanks so much for being here today. Secondly, tell us about this Generosity Feeds event. When you sent me some information on about a month ago, I got really excited.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me on. Our church, Centerpoint Christian Church, that's off of Greendale Road, is partnering with Generosity Feeds, like you mentioned, to host a meal packing event on November 10th at Frederick Douglas. Generosity Feeds is a nonprofit that works to feed hungry children all across America. The way they do that is they partner with businesses, churches, community groups, and members to host these meal packing events in communities, and then all of the meals that are packed at the event stay in that community. So that's the neat part about it. So
yeah, because I've not heard of that before. I've heard of churches doing stuff and sending it overseas, which is awesome because there's a lot of worldwide hunger, but we even have it here in our community. And gosh, I mean, you were sharing some statistics with me about childhood hunger. You mind sharing that with our audience, please?
Sure. Over 27% of children right here in Fayette County wonder where their next meal's coming from. So 1 in 4 children face hunger and not knowing where their next meal's coming from.
Wow.
So it's a huge problem here. And I mean, it goes well beyond just a meal. Like, children facing hunger have more social and behavioral problems, stunted growth, experience developmental impairments. So, I mean, it goes well beyond just having a meal. It impacts them physically in a lot of different ways. So it's extremely important to address it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I know as a grown adult, when I'm hungry, I heard it called hungry, get angry, and I can't even imagine as a child with your body growing and all the food, nutrition it needs as you're developing as a child into a teenager and going through puberty, and that really grieves me to hear that right in our community. So I love the best part, though, is you guys are trying to get on the solution side, right?
Exactly. I mean, and it goes beyond that, too. I mean, we're looking to build relationships with like I mentioned, businesses and churches, raise awareness and just inspire long-term generosity, just helping people to realize, like, it's not just a one-time packing event. Like, this is something that will continue, and, with the goal being ending childhood hunger, like, right here in our neighborhood. And so we're hosting that event with the goal of packing 25,000 meals. So, huge goal. We are well on our way, but we definitely still have some more progress to make. To do that, we're looking for 450 volunteers to come out that day to help us pack the meals. And it's going to be a really fun event. I mean, we're going to have a DJ, live music, food. It's going to be an awesome time of just gathering together, working towards a common goal. I mean, as of this morning, we have 322 registered volunteers.
Wow. And
our fundraising goal, we are well on our way to meeting that as well. So.
Well, I love it. I know you've been working hard, and your team there, Brian Bolton and some others. It's just it's a great thing, and I know so many of our listeners, you're like me, you're busy, but you want to make a difference with your one and only life, and this could be a great opportunity for you to do some help on Saturday morning. What time is somebody wanting to volunteer? What type of time commitment? And is it just on that Saturday, November 10th? Or?
Yes, it's just a one-day event on November 10th at 10 a.m. at Frederick Douglas High School. And so if anybody wants to come out and help and pack meals, there's a few different ways you can get involved. You can register. We ask that you register so that we know kind of how many volunteers we have and, get a good head count and make sure we're prepared. We have a website, generosity-feeds-lexington.org. And so we're looking for churches, businesses, schools, community groups, anyone that's interested, has a passion for children and fighting hunger and wanting to come out and just really make a difference, go on that website, generosity-feeds-lexington.org, and register your group and come on out, and we'd love to have you.
Well, that is so exciting, and I'm going to check my schedule to see possibly I can do that. I work a lot of Saturday mornings, but hopefully I can. But hey, this is a great opportunity for you out there, and I know that maybe some of you say, well, I have to work Saturday mornings too. Well, maybe you could help out financially, I'm assuming, because obviously you're feeding 25,000 people. This is not free. You need sponsors, whether it's businesses or individuals. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. And one thing I wanted to mention as well with registering and wanting to come out, it's a family event. So children as young as 3 years old can participate. So it's a great way to get your whole family involved and, teach about generosity in your family to your kids and raise awareness in that as well. But back to the financial piece of things, definitely. If you can't come out, we would love to have you make a personal donation as well. Every meal costs $1, so that kind of breaks it down a little bit easier. You can donate, again, through the website. You can get on our Facebook page, which is Generosity Feeds Lexington, and there's a donate link on that as well. And on that page, you can register to come and pack meals as well. So,
wow,
a few different ways.
Yeah, lots of different ways to do that. And I guess the thing you talked about, the childhood hunger. What gave you and your team kind of the desire to do this?
Well, I think in the Bible, obviously, Jesus really put an emphasis on taking care of children and those that are hungry and in need and meeting those basic needs. And if you meet those needs, it gives you an inroad to meet the spiritual needs as well. A child can't really function well without being nourished. And so when you meet that physical need, I believe it'll go well past the child to ministering to the family as well and showing them that people care, love them, and showing the love of Christ through a tangible meal.
Absolutely. No, that's huge. I agree with you so much on that. And people sometimes, you hear them say, we know what Christians are against, but, we need to let people know what we're for. And one of them is helping the less fortunate, and it is biblical. And I know some people were like myself, never dreamed I wouldn't have kids at my age, and yet I've tried to invest in other people's kids. And I know we have listeners that are like that, or maybe their kids are growing up, and you've got grandchildren, but, let's be honest, they probably could do with one less toy maybe, and this would be an opportunity for you to invest in the kingdom. And I call the kingdom as this side of heaven. I think there's a lot of things, Devon, that we do that, we're not going to know about that are blessing to others. Right. But one day when we do get to heaven, somebody comes up and says, hey, you don't know this, but, you did this Generosity Feeds event, man, and we were really hungry, and I just want to say thank you. So the old saying, sometimes you're storing up treasure in heaven, you don't know it. You may not know it directly this time, but I love the Bible verse in Proverbs. I learned this when I went on my first mission trip back in 1992 to Jamaica with Southland Christian Church, and it was the Proverbs that said, those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Mm-hmm. So I know when people come to be a blessing that day, not only will they, obviously bless these children all over central Kentucky, but most of all, I think they'll receive a blessing.
Right. And I mean, our group met the other week and just were talking about the different areas of the event, the marketing, the fundraising, the awareness piece of things. And our leader, Devon Leger, mentioned, what a blessing it's been just to be able to get to know our own church members and serve together and be the body of Christ, and going out and each person using their spiritual gifts, be it, social media promotion or the fundraising piece and awareness of just, all working together towards a common goal of meeting and fulfilling this need of child hunger and just using our gifts. And it's a blessing, and it's awesome to watch God and how he's opening doors with the different avenues, and just seeing what he's doing is amazing. I mean, everything from the fundraising piece to over half of our volunteers at this point don't even go to our church. And that's amazing. That goes towards the goal of, raising awareness and community and building relationships with each other. And I truly believe that's the model of Christ, just the community of believers and non-believers working together and just serving the Lord. And it's a great mission, and it's just been a blessing to be a part of it as well.
Well, I know one of the things obviously has to hit a little more home with you. You are a recent mom for the first time, and have a precious little girl, Olivia, that's going to be 1 soon. So I'd say this is probably going to taking on a whole new meaning now that you have a child, and to think of a child in this community going hungry.
It definitely does. I mean, I look at my child and am blessed with her and just want the best for her. And I know most parents do. They want to give their children the best and love them and provide for them. But sadly, that's not always the case. And so just to be able to do something like this where, you know, it is a time commitment and an effort and things like that, just to know that someone else's child will not face uncertainty and they will be nourished, and maybe that's less of a burden now on their parents because they know my child's taken care of. That's fulfilling to me because I know, you know, that's your top priority, is making sure your child is well, and to know that these efforts and this event are going to bless a parent or a child especially, it's just fulfilling, and just knowing that we're doing what God calls us to do.
Well, I really appreciate all the effort that your all's group is making into it. And, you know, I think we all deep down inside, God's wired us up. We all want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves.
Right.
And to be able to think, hey, I had a part in helping prepare 25,000 meals, and those will stay in this area. Is that correct?
Lexington, Fayette County. And
wow.
So it's huge. And like you mentioned, just people wanting to be a part of it and, you know, help this event be successful at 25,000 meals. We are still looking for event sponsors as well. And with that, we're going to local businesses and companies here within Lexington, just seeing if they would love to be a sponsor at our event. And there's so many benefits for them as well. You know, besides just feeding children and things of that nature, you're promoted on our local Generosity Feeds event page. You will be premiered at an event as one of our sponsors, so you'll receive signage and shout outs from the DJ and on the PowerPoint. So, you know, the 450 volunteers we have will know that your business helped put this event on, and you are invested in, you know, meeting childhood hunger right here in Lexington. And all of our social media outlets, you will be recognized as well. So I would love to give a shout out to all of our sponsors that we have currently.
Absolutely. Appreciate those people.
Definitely. We have Mod Pizza, Dr. Jason Glenn and Associates, The Guardsman Remodeling, United Braille Alliance, Medical Compliance Services, Greens Toyota, and Cornerstone Wealth Management. So we are so grateful to them for signing up to be an event sponsor, and we would love to have other businesses come alongside us as well to help meet this need.
Well, I know for some businesses they're like, you know, gosh, you know, how much are you looking for, or whatever. I mean, what's an average, or what kind of donation for businesses are you looking for?
Sure. Well, we are offering and have the option of being a table sponsor, which would be a $500 donation, and that would cover all of the 500 meals that would be packed at that table. We will have 30 tables at the event, so essentially we're looking for 30 business sponsors.
Absolutely. Well, that totally makes sense, and, you know, hope that you'll be a part of it. Go to their website, generosity-feeds-lexington.org. Is that correct?
That's it.
All right, so lots of great information there. That's going to be on November 10th at 10 a.m. at Frederick Douglas High School in Lexington. Very easy to get to, off Winchester Road and Sir Barton. Very easy to find. And the best thing, too, I love about this is it is staying right here in Fayette County. So I know so many times we try to help people maybe internationally, and that's phenomenal, and I help support those two. But we've got a chance to do something in our own backyard. So, Devon, anything else you want to add for you?
If you have any other questions or anything that you would like to know about the event or like to partner with us in sponsoring, you can reach out through our Facebook event page. Again, it's Generosity Feeds Lexington, or Centerpoint Christian is on Facebook as well. And obviously that's our church that's partnering with Generosity Feeds as well. And we will definitely get back in touch with you and answer any questions you have.
All right. Well, Devon, thanks for being here. Look forward to this awesome event, generosityfeedslexington.org, November 10th at 10 a.m. Please check that website out today. Get yourself a team together, or do it as a family. What a wonderful, wonderful event it would be. I'm Greg Horn with Devon Leger. This is Hope is Here.